I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. It be the prettiest females out here selling cat. Like the ones that you always see on the trips, and you like, damn, like she fine as hell. Selling cat. Selling coochie. That's why she always in another country, always in another state. Baby, always traveling. She's selling that cat. But anyways, I'm moving, so this is why my nail's not done. I broke one off, and I just had to pop the rest of them off because it just looked tacky. But yeah. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. It be the prettiest females out here selling cat. Like the ones that you always see on the trips, and you like, damn, like she fine as hell. Selling cat. Selling coochie. That's why she always in another country, always in another state. Baby, always traveling. She's selling that cat. But anyways, I'm moving, so this is why my nail's not done. I broke one off, and I just had to pop the rest of them off because it just looked tacky. But yeah.
It's like she's telling on herself. Shalom. First thing and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai B'Hashim Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, the great millstone and rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Noise in his gospel, broad, lifting up the standard of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. This is another lesson through the spirit. Is this woman telling the truth, or is she making this up? Which, in fact, she's telling the absolute truth. And honestly speaking, just judging off her spirit and her mannerisms, you can tell she's one of the ones that do just that. Okay, like we always told you, brothers out there, that all these women have a price, man. Every last one of them. Okay, they all have a market value, whether they like to deny it or not. Okay, and one guy told me a long time ago, when I was naive and stupid, I think I was like 17, maybe 18. And one dude told me straightforward, he said, man, look, every woman got a price. He said, your woman to go if the price is right. You know, me being simple, I'm like, man, no, my woman, yeah, right, bro. I'm doing this and that, like a goofy, right? And he like, okay. He said, let the right nigga come around her with the right amount of money. I guarantee you she gonna go. And it didn't dawn on me what he meant. I'm like, what you mean, right kind of money? I'm like, what you mean she's like a prostitute? And basically he was telling me that all these women, they all could be bought, bro. Okay, prostitution is a big thing. That's one of the oldest professions in the scriptures is prostitution. But nowadays, more so than ever, it's a readily accepted thing. So women are being harlots and getting commended for it. They do it willfully, okay? Because for one thing, there's no repercussions for being a hoe in this society. Hence the great whore of Babylon. I mean, that's the moniker, or that's the omen of the spiritual name of America, which is called the great whore. So it makes sense that the women will be whores, right? Okay, because all these women that you dealt with got popped by other men. So that's the telltale sign right there. Now you have what they call OnlyFans, which OnlyFans is a cute way of saying I'm a prostitute. You know, pay me some money. And you got women that was making hand over fist on OnlyFans for selling content online. Okay, and then if they want to take it a step further, they will actually allow men to link up with them and do what they got to do with them, man. Okay, as the term has come, or the saying, 80% of the females are sleeping with 20% of the men, which is true because, see, these men, these women, they're hypergamous, which means that they go for the highest bidder. Okay, meaning the men that has the highest status or appears to have the highest status is the ones that's popping all the chicks, like the rappers, the ball players, the drug dealers, you know, the men that got the money, or the men that stand out in society that have that look. These are the 20% of the men that's having sex with 80% of the females. And you may tell yourself, well, you know, I'm a decent looking guy. I drive a decent whip. I got a little bit amount of money. Yeah, but you're not in that top de la creme, as they would consider high value. So therefore they'll chase the Pookies and the Ray Rays and the monikers that they see on TV, because that's what's pushed before them. And that's what's shown through this sorcery, through this medium, that those are the men that they're supposed to be with. Hence, you know, leads to a bunch of whoredom. Okay, because now you got 18, 19-year-old little women literally opting out of college to go be OnlyFans models because of the amount of money they can make. And this is a real thing. I mean, honestly speaking, everybody all these women are selling one way or another, man. Okay, like don't be surprised, man. You Jakes out there that your woman or your mother or your ex-wife or your baby mama was out there at a point in time selling the kuba. Okay, because I mean, shit, like we say, it ain't your woman, it's just your turn. And that's the reality of it, man. Like I was talking to well, I forgot who I was talking to, man, when I was having a conversation with the Jake, and I was like, you know what's so weird is that we really don't know who our parents really were. Like we really don't know who our mothers really were. Like to this day, like my mother, she's an attractive woman, right? But I don't really know too much about her. Like I don't know her life. I just know what I've grown up with and what I've saw. But even then, she had so many men wanted to get with her based on how she looked and how she dressed. And when I finally get older, I'm like, it makes a lot of sense. I'm like, I know these dudes was popping her, at least some of them. And, you know, she always kept a boyfriend she was with for years. But even then, guys would pop up at the house. You know what I'm saying? They'd call the phone. I had to lie and say she ain't there. And back in my mind, I'm like, stop giving these niggas your number then. Remember, we'd be walking to the store. It'd be me and my little brother and my mother, right? And she had this skimpy shit on. Now, I'm making fun of it now because it's funny now, but it's really sad. But this is common. You know, she's walking down the street with these skin-tight pants on. You know, very attractive woman. And I'm wondering, like, why is these guys honking at her? And as a kid, as a boy, it makes you feel kind of disturbed because, you know, naturally you want to protect, you know, your mother because that's, you know, that's just what men are protectors. But then when I looked at her, I'm like, you're totally in the wrong. I'm like, the reason why you get all this attention is because you bring it upon yourself and you don't hate the attention. You love it. So I will admit the first attention whore that I've ever known was my fucking mother, man. And it's just like, it's real talk, you know, and I'm not afraid to admit it because a lot of Jays got that testimony, you know. So that showed me right there that these women ain't right. You know, your baby mama, your grandma, hey, they got that term on your papa was a Rolling Stone. Well, your mother was a Rolling Stone too. You know, like my father. Hey, my father dealt with a lot of women, you know what I'm saying? And that's cool. As a man, women like that. Women love men that can get other women because it makes them work that much harder for you. Contrary to popular opinion, your wife may give you shit for dealing with other women, but low key, a woman don't want a man that can't get other women. All right. And my pops, he had a lot of women. And you know what? I think that's where I get my spirit from because, you know, as Jake males, we love a lot of women. We just like women. We love women, a variety type. And the woman don't understand that. Oh my God, you're cheating on me. How can you make me feel so low? Look, bitch, I'm not cheating on you. All right. It's just how the fuck I'm wired. Now, do I say I got to go stick my rod and everything? Nah, that's not how it works. But at the same time, as a man, I don't have to shut down my eyes. I don't have to adhere to your emotions because you're a fucking woman, because you jealous. I can look at any goddamn woman I want to look at as long as she's not married. You know what I'm saying? I'd be damned if I let any woman tell me, oh, I can't go out there and get another woman. Oh, you ain't the woman for me. Not saying that, oh, yeah, I'm going to just be popping a bunch of women because it's not about that. But overall, man, us as men, we got to know our fucking rights, man, because these bitches, they are all over the goddamn place. They can come and have 30, 40 bodies before they get with you, but you got to be all exclusive with her. That's madness, man. And that ain't how about you, how Shah designed it to work. Okay, you women supposed to be exclusive to one man, but a man can have as many women as he can deal with and then realistically take care of, man. So anybody that's teaching you that you only can have one wife, they off as hell, okay? And the spirit of the Lord ain't dealing with them. So it says, to be real or be the prettiest of females out here selling box. All they ass sell box, okay? Don't be surprised if you got some women in the truth that's selling cat too. All right, I'm just being real with you because it's been on my spirit. I wanted to do a sit down that is titled that Israel has become a podcast. Israel has become a joke for the podcast gurus and whores. Because when I look at these other groups, these other camps, and how they women are all among all these different men, and they allegedly they supposed to be married, ain't no way in hell that the women ain't being passed around. You know, especially when you got one guy, he's a total clown. He wants to be the class clown of the show, rapping and jumping and trying to be this top dude. and you got other women that's in the audience lusting after this guy, and yet they're married. You already know the women are being passed around in the mother camps, man. And it don't take a rocket science to figure that shit out. Okay? So I miss whatever the hell her name, I don't know her, but she's telling on herself. I guarantee you she sells that box. And she's not a bad looking woman at all, but she has makeup, she has fake hair, she has the eyelashes on. And when she takes that makeup off, you could tell she's attractive, but she don't look as good as with the makeup on. You know, which makeup was actually put on to disguise certain features. Even in war, men wore like particular makeup to disguise and to hide certain amenities, man. And harlots oftentimes wore makeup, or they wore like a certain veil to cover their face. So, you know, they don't have to be publicly known, so to speak. But nowadays, these women, they just out there. They don't give a shit. You know, and when you call them a bunch of whores, then they want to sick their pit bulls on you. They want to sick their little pookies and tay-tays and little Johnnies on you, man, to come shoot you up. When in fact, they know they out here selling the kuba. All right. So anyway, this is the book of Amos 7:17. It says, thus says the Lord Yahweh, thy wife should be a harlot in the city. And where are we dwelling in? Where do most Jakes dwell at? Most Jakes dwell in the city, man. All right. And most Jakes deal with other men's women. And when Jakes have babies by these women, they'll break up with her, or the woman will break up with them. And then maybe 2 weeks down the line, 3 weeks, she gets with another nigga. Then that shit goes sour. And then she gets with two men, and she's rotating these guys. And then she got a nigga for the bills, a nigga for her hair, a nigga for her hands, her feet, her hair, nigga to pay the car note, nigga to take out on dates. And she just got a nigga that she just want to have sex with. Okay? Bro, this is how they get down, man. All right? I'll have testimonies on this. I know people that have seen this, that live next door to the prostitutes, the harlot houses. For real. Especially in a damn church. Them women, man, they used to get down. Like when I was a teenager, my late teens, I used to go to church just to talk to women, Joe. Like I didn't go to church to hear that bullshit. I didn't care about it because I knew it wasn't real anyway. I used to go to church to talk to women. It was like being in high school on a Sunday, you know, because they come in there with the skimpy dresses on and shit. They got the hair all done up, got the little cleavage showing. Me and my little brother, we used to be up there just talking to chicks and shit, bro. While sermons are going, we be kind of moving around in there. You know, we'll act like we listening, but low key, we flirting with the kids and shit, with the other women. So it's a real deal. But it says, and thy sons and thy daughters shall fall by the sword, and thy land should be divided by line. Okay. Yeah. Like right now, you got what they call zoning restrictions. You got redlining. Okay. Like if you look at those maps of an aerial view of these cities, you'll see how they're gridded off, and Esau has them zoned out. You know, like certain areas, which is poverty stricken. And then you got, the upper middle class, the lower middle class. And then you got the poor, which there's really nothing but rich and poor at this point. But Esau has that shit gridded off, man, to the point you know a Jake's neighborhood when you enter it. But it says, and thy land should be divided by line, and thou should die in a polluted land, which is over here in Babylon. All right. And it says, and Israel shall surely go forth into captivity of his own land. Hence, here in Babylon. But the point is, it says, thy wife should be a harlot in the city. So let's do this. I've been looking up these commentaries as well. And these commentaries are pretty dope because they give you their perspective on what the chapter is really going into. But, God damn, this is a long one. 17. Hold up. Yeah, this is a pretty long one. Okay, well, that's a pretty long one. But I had one that I actually did look into the commentary into, which is in a book of, the book I was just saying. Yeah, Proverbs 11:22. When it says, she that liveth in pleasure is, no, Salaki, that's not what I was looking at. It's this, the one that's about, as a jewel of gold in a swine's snout, so is a fair woman which is out discretion. So I went into the text commentaries on it. Also, you have the text commentaries on it. And it goes here. Verses 22. Proverbs 11 and 22. It says, by discretion, here we must understand religion and grace, a true taste and relish. So the word signifies of the honors and pleasures that attend an unspotted virtue. Okay, you think of something unspotted and unblemished, meaning it hasn't been touched. This is why during the Passover, we have to sacrifice a lamb that's unblemished, unspotted, meaning that it's pure in its purest form, and these women are not pure. And it says, so that a woman without discretion is a woman of a loose and dissolute conversation, which conversation goes into your actions, man. Okay, into your conduct. It says, and then observe, but it is taken for granted here that the beauty or comeliness of body is as a jewel of gold, of everything valuable. Yeah, because virgin young women, their beauty, their virginity, that's all valued, man. Okay, like you got men that had harems based on a certain type of women. Like if you saw that movie Rush Hour 2, when Chris and Jackie Chan went into that massage parlor, you seen how there was a harem of women, and he was choosing the ones that looked the best, man. You got certain men that have a certain taste in women that like them petite or thick, eyes a certain way, hips a certain way, smile a certain way. Every man have their particular taste, man. You see what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. So we had that in the ancient world, and that was to be valued among that men, okay? Because you got men like they have what they call a trophy wife. When you just got a woman that just look good, even though she has the title or the office of a wife to do her duties, she may be your favorite. Like between Rachel and Leah and Rachel, I believe Rachel was the better looking one. I believe she was the favorite. You see, because he worked for both of them. Well, he worked for the one he wanted, but he had to work an extra 7 years to get the one he really wanted. You see what I'm saying? And the one he really wanted, the one that he did, I wouldn't say he didn't want Leia, but at the same time, she the one that I think bore seed. You see, but the one he really wanted, the sexier one, which they both had to be bad. Okay, like Leia, she wasn't ugly by far. I guarantee you, she was good looking, but he had that hot out for Rachel, man. And it be like that sometimes. Sometimes you got that one particular one that just know how to hit all the gears and shit, just like the one. And the other one ain't bad looking, but sometimes personality wise, it's just something that gets you off about this chick, whether it be something she say or how she moves, how she talk. It could be a certain thing. You see? And that's like that with us men. We have our particular types. Like when somebody say, oh, I don't have a type, they a goddamn lie. But it says here, and where there is wisdom and grace to guard against the temptations of it, it is a great ornament. It says here, but a foolish one-time woman, which means undisciplined, of light carriage, is filthy compared to swine. All right, and we know the definition of a pig. A pig is not an evil animal. Okay, it's not a wicked animal, but it's just an unclean animal, and it's created for a particular cause. Okay, like in Europe, I was going into the fact that they back in the day, the whole concept of sanitation, like you have like the trash trucks and shit. I heard they used to let the hogs or the pigs run loose in the streets, and they'll go and eat up all the trash, man. That was your modern day, or that's basically your modern day waste disposal today. Like your sanitation and waste, solid waste. Basically those big dump trucks or those big garbage trucks ain't nothing but fucking pigs on wheels, man. That's all it is, man. You know what I'm saying? And what they do, they come up and they collect the trash. One example of that is if you brothers ever saw the Flintstones live action movie, and they had this pig, like this little, look like a fucking fat walrus or some shit, man, or like he was like looked like a hog, man. And he was basically that garbage disposer that put the little fat nigga under the sink, and whatever they, don't eat or dispose of, whether it be bone or whatever leftovers, that nigga would eat it all up, man. And when it started getting to the point that it didn't serve its purpose, they'd get rid of it and get a new one. You know, so that's what pigs are. And it's comparing a whorish woman to a fucking pig. Filthy. Because these women are filthy, brothers, man. They not. These women ain't virtuous. Don't let these women trick you and to make you think they're virtuous. They're not virtuous, man. Okay, and I'm not saying all of them are off, because, I mean, you got some decent ones out here. You know, but even they, too, got their blemishes on them. You know, this is why Yahweh Shah has to come and get us. Because, hey, Yahweh Shah looked at us as that filthy woman because we went off. You know? But it says, but a foolish one-time woman of a light carriage. This is why the scriptures say, give not thyself to a light woman. It says, a filthy compared to swine, though she be ever so handsome, wallowing in the mire of filthy lusts. As the woman said, these women that travel a lot. And be careful for these women that like to travel and go on trips. They got girls trips. Oh, I'm going to go here. I'm going there. A woman that, and I always said this, a woman that travel a lot, 9 times out of 10, she's selling the cat. Okay, you can't tell me for one reason, like all these women, every time you go on their statuses or their stories, oh, I'm traveling, my girl's trip, I'm going here. Every time a bitch is in the Bahamas and she's in Key West, then all of a sudden she's in Cancun, then she's in, what do you call the other place? Cancun, and she goes to the islands, then all of a sudden she's in goddamn Dubai getting pissed on. You know what I'm saying? She's in fucking Hong Kong, now she's here, she's in Cali. You know, a woman that travels a lot but don't seem to really work, or she doesn't have any type of profession, then 9 times out of 10, she's selling cat. I mean, they're just kind of given at this point. All right. This is why we tell you, man, hey, be careful. But it says here, with the mind and conscience are defiled, and though washed, returning to them. It says, but it is lamented that beauty should be so absurd as it is by those that have not modestly with it. But it seems ill bestowed upon them and quite misplaced, but as a jewel in a swine's snout, with which he roots in the dunghill. It says, if beauty be not guarded by virtue, the virtue is exposed by the beauty. It says, and it may be applied to all other bodily endowments and accomplishments, but it is a pity that those should have them who are not discretion to use them well. So basically a woman that's showing her body and showing what she got, man, like in Players Club, she said, I use what I got to get what I, some dumbass line the chick came up with. She said, some of us got to use what we got. Like, there's other ways, man. It's called finding a fucking husband. This is why all these stupid women, like when they go around and they do what they call they do the IQ test. They ask a bitch, give me 3 countries in the world, and this bitch should give you 3 states, or she'll give you 3 cities, or she can barely give you 3. Okay, because the only thing they know how to do is get on TikTok or Instagram. They know how to use a smartphone, and they know how to be whores, man. They know how to put their little feet in front of the camera and take pictures, and you stupid niggas about that shit because you got no goddamn self. You have no dignity, have nothing, which ain't nothing wrong with liking what you like, but I'm not finna pay a bitch $300 for no goddamn foot pic. You out your mind. If I'm paying $300 for that shit, I'm getting everything that come along with it, with the chips and mouth sauce, goddammit. And I'll take a motherfucking large Sprite with no ice. So we getting the whole thing today. And you got to spend a night. If I'm going to spend $300 on a fucking harlot, got niggas paying $500 for a bitch to fart in a goddamn a plastic water bottle to send your ass in the mail just so you can get some type of dopamine hit opening the fucking bottle. Like, you men are sick. Then the reason why a lot of these women are out of order is because you weak ass men, man. Okay, we get on the women, but we got to get on you men. You men are horrible. Okay, and women know this. Women know they're not supposed to be put on a fucking pedestal. I was reading some shit on Threads today, and it was a chick breaking down on how to punish a woman the right way. Basically saying, don't be a simp, bro. But you got niggas on that Suge Avery spirit. I drink your bath water type shit. What kind of shit you niggas are on, man? And you fuck it up for other men out there. That shouldn't have to do all that. Us as men, we should be able to just come and sit in a tavern or walk in somewhere and the women just supposed to swarm around us, which that usually happens any goddamn way. But women just supposed to just come and swarm around us, man. And they supposed to be trying to get chose, not the other way around. Go to the restaurant, our nose is stuck up. She just thinking, man, please, I don't even pay attention to him, man. But that's you men's fault, man. And that's Esau's fault because he pedestalized these women. And you're not supposed to do that. That shit is off as hell. Putting them on a pedestal. You crazy as hell. You don't supposed to put nobody on no goddamn pedestal. If they ain't the men of the Most High, And Yahweh Shai, you don't put nobody on no goddamn pedestal, man. Give a damn how good you look. It says, as a jewel of gold is in a swine's snout, so is a fair woman which is without discretion. And that's here mainly in the West. And now this whole culture is traveling abroad now, man, because all these women in different cultures, they're trying to come to America just so they can be on OnlyFans because they can't get away with it in their country. So they'll come here and they'll play the harlot. And then, you know, these women start acting brand new, you know. 1 Timothy 5, and I'm going to start at 6. But she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth. Okay? And that's true. It's all about pleasure. All about what they could do. Women are solely of the flesh. Okay? They don't operate within the spirit. They operate in the flesh. They always want something to make them feel comfortable. Okay? If a woman is not comfortable, you're going to have a miserable day in hell. If she ain't got the heat on or she ain't got the comforts of her own home, then she's going to be pissed off with you, man. You know, this is why a lot of times when Jake have women, they want you to get bigger places because they're not comfortable with staying in a 2-bedroom apartment or 1-bedroom. But instead, they want a fucking 5-bedroom house. And then once that's not comfortable enough, you got to get a 10-bedroom house. And then when that's not comfortable enough, she wants you to upgrade to a mansion. Okay, like with most black women, they want you to already come equipped and well prepared. Okay, meeting a low-level Keisha, you got to be a millionaire. You got to have your own business. You got to sell drugs. You got to rap. Okay, you got to be the top in your class. You got to be put in the news for good publicity. You got to have every car before it come out. You can't have a fuck up moment. And you got to already have this in order to be part of the black woman's to-do list, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the reality of it. When they don't offer a goddamn thing to bring to the table, but used box, okay, 60, 70 bodies later, sometimes 100 bodies later, problems, baggage, mental disorders, instability, and the worst of all, they bring other men's kids to the table. But yet you got to come already well equipped to tame that beast, you know? So this is a total fucked up society, man. All right. Sirach 25, and I'm going to start at verses, matter of fact, let's start at verses 26. 26, and I'm going to start at verses 8. It says, a drunken woman and a gatherer abroad causes great anger, and she will not cover her own shame. Yeah. Okay, because here in the West, they don't cover their shames. But like if you go to like Eastern Europe, you go to parts of Germany, they got real professional prostitutes out there. I'm talking about women that come from like almost what it seems a decadent background. But yet you would ask like, damn, baby, why you selling that? But you got women that you can hire, okay, to do what you need to do your bidding. You know, if you got the money, hey, you like, look, baby, I'm putting you on a 3-month contract. I'll pay you to cook, clean, give me as much sex, keep yourself beautiful. And she'll do that shit, you know, like a real harlot, like Hosea and Gomer, bro. That was a real prostitute, man. And he basically took her in, had a baby with her and everything, which was basically a representation on Israel playing a harlot and how the Lord forgave us for our harlotry. But nonetheless, in real cultures, they women of harlotry ain't just some corner hoe. Okay, some hoe that get on OnlyFans and show her body off. That's just being a dumb hoe. Okay, you got real harlots out here that come from some type of decadence that would take care of you, that make you feel like you a man for real. And you be like, damn, why this bitch ain't married? Well, a lot of them can't marry because they're psychologically damaged. And then some of them, they just been out there on the stroll for a long time, man. Like when you go to those brothels and shit, man, please. I go out there in Transylvania and all those places in Europe and Eastern Europe, please. They make you women over here fucking look, please. You women don't hold a candle to them women over there. And they look good. Look good, man. The box is fresh, nice, no blemishes. No, it's just like, it's night and day. These ain't women over here, brothers. Okay, they ain't nothing but used up. They're used up people with the female extremities. That's all that they are, and they know that. This is why they can't pair bond. Okay, they can't find a man and stay with them because they're used up. But it says the whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks and her eyelids. And you can't tell me that this woman right here is not exactly what she's talking about in this video. Okay, I guarantee you this woman is a whore. And I seen her from somewhere. I don't know if it was, she's been around. She may got like a TV show or some shit. I don't know. Like, you know how them podcast people be, you know? Then again, she might not be doing that, but I could just tell, how do you know so much? And the fact that you're not a bad looking woman, you know, she's very attractive, by the way, but it ain't real. Her hair ain't real. But you could tell in the spirit, she's very haughty. And you could just feel it on her. You know this woman is loose. You know, but with her, you got to have a 12-figure salary job. You got to already come equipped to deal with her. And I guarantee you she brings nothing to the table but hair weave, eyelashes, and makeup. And I guarantee you she got about 2 kids. You know, she may have a job. You know, she may have like a so-called little job that may have a title behind it, but she ain't bringing in no real money. That's why she needs your money. Instead of her getting married and settling down, she wants to play the field. But it says here, if thy daughter be shameless, keep her in straitly, lest she abuse herself through overmuch liberty. And that's the reason why women are out of order, okay? Because they have too much liberty. Thanks to feminism, the tenets of feminism, okay? Which is feminism was started by the CIA, by the way. They used a chick by the name of Margaret Sanger and the liking of Gloria Steinem. No, not Margaret. Yeah, Margaret Sanger, which is the Planned Parenthood, the eugenics chick. And then also you have Gloria Steinem, which is a small hat, which the CIA used to tool this oppression called feminism. You know, and you can't tell the women that shit because they got their head so far up their ass because they think they're better than men. But it says, watch over an impotent eye and marvel not as she trespass against thee. It says she will open her mouth as a thirsty traveler when he have found a fountain and drink of every water near her. By every hedge will she sit down and open her quiver against every arrow. And that's a whore, brothers. All right. So anyway, that's pretty much it. I just found this video interesting. Giving all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Lord's will you be edified into the next lesson. Shalom.
Selling. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. It be the prettiest females out here selling cat. Like the ones that you always see on the trips and you like, damn, like she fine as hell. Selling cat. Selling coochie. That's why she always in another country, always in another state. Baby, always traveling. She's selling that cat. But anyways, I'm moving, so this is why my nail's not done. I broke one off, and I just had to pop the rest of them off because it just looked tacky. But yeah.